What's up, talkers? Today we are discussing impermanent loss, a really important thing to note if you are providing liquidity to a liquidity pool. And today we're going to show you what happens when there are price fluctuations in the value of the assets in the pool, and what happens when the pool becomes imbalanced. So let's first define what impermanent loss is. Impermanent loss happens when the price of your tokens changes compared to when you first deposited them in the pool. The larger the changes, the bigger the loss. And this loss happens when the pool has to rebalance itself over time. So let's look at this example. First, the pool is balanced. You can see that the value of the assets is exactly 50-50, 1,000 USD and 1,000 USD on the other side. In this second step here, we have the price of ETH rise to 120. And you can see there's an imbalance here. So ideally, these will be 50-50 and end up with $1,100 on each side. In order to do that, we have to swap some of the ETH to the Bancor network token. So unfortunately, we don't get all of the gains from the Ethereum going up, and we lose out on some of that value. So how does this actually play out? The price of the initial deposit does not change whatsoever. We don't experience any impermanent loss. And of course, we receive rewards from the pool and potentially some extra APY. If one of the assets goes up 500% in value, let's go over to our impermanent loss calculator. So let's say 500% for asset 1 and asset 2 stays the same. We get a 30% loss of the funds compared to if we had just held them. So be sure when you're looking at the APY that it will cover this 30% loss. And think to yourself if you would be better off just holding the tokens in your wallet. Likewise, if we have asset 1 change 0% and asset 2 drop by 50%, we get an additional 5.72% loss compared to if we had just held. So where's the actual pattern here? What should we be looking for? So we see here if there's no change between the two, so asset 1 drops 50%, asset 2 also drops 50%, then there's no impermanent loss or additional losses from the swapping. So the impermanent loss, again, comes from the swapping between the two tokens. We don't get all of the gains from the increase in ETH because we are swapping always to balance out the pool. So again, this imbalance and rebalance is why we experience the impermanent loss. So we can see here that the closer that the two assets track each other in price, so if they both go up 100%, let's even put 500%, right? Just to show you there's no impermanent loss experienced. So this is the key takeaway from this video, is that if your two assets in the pool track each other in price, there is no impermanent loss. And if one changes 0%, let's say it's a stable token, and maybe my asset 1 is BNB, and BNB goes up 100%, I lose out on almost 6% of those gains. And again, hopefully the APY that the pool is paying you out will make up for this. You should be in the pool long enough to offset these losses. And you can see here, as the separation gets bigger, the impermanent loss will stack up because, again, of the swap. So that's it for this video on impermanent loss. Thanks so much for watching. It means a lot to us. If you found this content helpful, smash that like button and leave us a comment down below. You can take part in all our research and analysis by joining us on our Discord community. The link is in the description below. And catch us live on our stereo podcast, Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings for viewer Q&A. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.